Applejack was a very confused pony. She'd gone to bed that night with everything normal, and the next morning, well, apart from anything else, Big Mac asked her if everything was ready for the family reunion. She hadn't known what was going on at all. To make things worse, there was no sign at all of her friends. More to the point, it was a completely different season than when she went to bed, and topping everything off was that Apple Bloom was quite visibly bored. She'd asked her where her friends Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo were, and Bloom had looked at her like she'd gone funny in the head. In fact, it was all so confusing she wondered if she'd tried bucking all the trees in the orchard again. And then the whole Apple family had shown up, and she'd spent the morning scrambling to keep up with details she didn't know. Something some pony had said suggested this was years in the past, which couldn't be right, but which made sense from what Bloom was acting like. Then there was a loud bang and a cloud of smoke. "Watch in awe!" a voice shouted from inside the smoke. "Ah, pony feathers. What all is Trixie doing here?" Applejack muttered. Then the cloud cleared to reveal the farm pony's jaw dropped. "What the hey? Twilight? Indeed, it is I, the great and infinitely knowledgeable Twilight!" The baby dragon next to her, Spike clearly, Applejack realized, sighed and shook his head. "She's been like this all morning. I have no clue why." "So, spill. What in Tartarus is going on?" Twilight shrugged. "I have no idea. For some reason, I, and now you apparently, keep going back to the dawn of the day we first met. I've been doing this for 135 loops, so I get kind of stir-crazy." Behind them, Spike tried to eat too many apples at once, incidentally doing a nice job of keeping the rest of the Apple clan distracted from why Applejack was talking so familiarly with the strange unicorn. "So, what now? And I could swear you were a princess last time we met." "Sometimes." Twilight shook her head. "About 15 loops ago, I went full alicorn right in front of Nightmare Moon tomorrow. It confused her so much, it was hilarious. Anyway, I think we should, well, learn what we can, keep ponies safe, try to work out why these loops are happening, and have fun. By the way, don't be surprised if things are different." "Different how?" Applejack looked skeptical. "Well, I once started a loop to discover that I was actually the student of Queen Nightmare Moon. Just take a moment to check your memory each time, okay?" The orange mirror nodded. "Got it. Now, what do we do about Nightmare Moon?" Twilight grinned evilly. "I spent 2 loops learning everything Trixie had to teach me. She actually knows quite a lot about illusions. Now, last forever!" "I can see why you said you were bored, Twi," Applejack muttered. "Does she say that every time?" "Every time," Twilight confirmed and lit her horn for a moment. "It's done. Go." She raised her hoof. "Excuse me." "What?" Nightmare Moon said, turning her gaze onto Twilight. "Do you have a question for your new Empress?" "Yes, actually. It's just, how exactly will we grow crops?" "Pardon? You interrupt me with farming?" The dark goddess's eyes blazed. "Well, mortals, like us, kind of need food to survive. I'm sure you lost track of that a bit on the moon, but plants need the sun to supply them with energy, which they convert out as sunlight via chlorophyll and a source of water, as well as carbon dioxide in the air. That becomes glucose, which is then converted into other sugars like fructose, or just left as it is, and so that energy is stored in a form ponies can eat. So, without the sun, no food." Even Nightmare Moon's eyes had glazed over during that explanation. After a moment, she shook her head to clear it and pointed her horn directly at Twilight. "Such concerns are nothing to me. I will not be denied my rightful overlordship by such ridiculous problems as plants." At that point, an invisible Applejack bucked her in the chin so hard she went flying backwards through the rear wall. "Buck that," the farm pony said, then turned to Twilight. "That work?" "Nicely, thanks, AJ," Twilight replied. "I'll just go get the elements of harmony. Be back in a tick." She vanished in a flash of purple. Outside, Nightmare Moon picked herself up from the wreckage of one whole side of the building. "What impertinent insect has the temerity to—" She paused. She could hear a voice talking. "Right, when my one starts to glow, just think about what I told you all to do. It was that annoying unicorn who'd been arguing with her. What was she talking about now? So mine's loyalty, right? Awesome! I think laughter is perfect for me. Those were new and annoying voices. Wait, she could swear that those words were ominous. Kindness. Oh, I hope I get this right. Sorry, Miss Nightmare Moon Man, but it is for your own good. This is marvelous. It matches my cutie mark perfectly. Oh, that's right. Horse feathers. 6 colors of harmony hit her almost as hard as the earth pony had.